This looks like trouble. Accio! Incendio! Expulso! Levioso! I refuse to pass! Accio! How good I like Incendio!
That's just the beginning.
Time to teach some.
To regret that.
Incendio!
Might want to look up.
Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Now you've got no more happy days for you.
You like games, do ya?
What are your faults on? There'll be more.
Accio! Levioso! Expelliarmus!
You're no match for me. I'm just warming up. Had enough?
Accio! Bombarda!
You will not.
Incendio! Levioso! Accio!
That's just the beginning.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
For me.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Accio!
Barely felt
Levioso! Expelliarmus! Crusader! Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
You will pay for your deeds.
Accio! Incendio!
Made a great mistake.
You should have joined me. Only delaying the inevitable.
Try not to make this
Accio.
too easy for me.
Incendio!
Let's get it over with, shall we? Bringo, release me!
There's Ollivander's. I hope he can help me craft the Keeper's wand. Protego!
have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way, but that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Fascinating, truly fascinating. Wish I had the energy.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
You made it.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed.
Would you please meet with me in the Great Hall? I have come upon a difficult time, and I need a friend.
Revelio. You don't think the rumors about the cave... You?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Depulso. Revelio. Revelio.
It's another aggressive one!
Accio. Leviosa. Incendio. Levioso. Accio.
What's going on with them?
Revelio. Accio. Depulso. Revelio.
Voipers!
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Whooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad. If the movement is here and so are Whoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Revelio. Accio. Incendio! Lumos!
Lumos!
Flipendo! Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos! Why am I not surprised? First the Fruipers and now this.
Bombarda. Accio.
We need to find moths for those spinners. Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Bombarda. Accio.
If we
Let me
put the
listen.
rings and match the
Accio.
runes, I suspect we'll find the moths.
Revelio. Accio. Repulsor.
Another obstacle. No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Bombarda. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Levioso. Depulso.
Merlin.
Revelio.
It's beautiful.
Revelio. Depulso. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Cruise. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Oh. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Depulso. Lumos.
Lumos!
Accio! Lumos. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos. Capolzo. Lumos. Capolzo. Lumos.
You did it! I was hoping we wouldn't have to do
Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Revelio.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind. Merlin. It's even more beautiful close up.
Revelio.
It's got to be here. I just know it.
Bombarda.
Given what Whoopers are known to do, I never thought I'd
Revelio.
be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny.
Bombarda.
I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers have been. Assuming this is where the moon
Revelio.
is. Which means we're one step ahead of them. We found it! Oh, it's like staring at her. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
I think I'd like to look around a bit first.
I suppose we could spare a moment. Very well. We should leave soon.
Revelio.
The longer we stay, the more I want a Fwooper.
From the outside, you'd never guess this place even existed in here.
I have a feeling that was the idea. Are you finished exploring?
I believe I am.
Good. If we leave for the henge now, we should make it by nightfall. We still have the poachers to contend with. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
Whatever it is, it had better have to do with Snidgets.
The clock is ticking in that regard, isn't it? Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think
Revelio.
that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it. I think we can safely say we know where the Moonstone is.
Revelio. Whoa.
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous, and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
I've always said that travel broadens.
Rude.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time.
Deke thinks you've made marvelous improvements here.
I don't have anything for this at the moment.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels. wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
Revelio.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around.
Revelio.
A wise decision. Thank you. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
I think I know where we can find Doran. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest and we can tell him about the symbol the Mooncalves made.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
Revelio.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Incendio! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio. Confringo. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
And you say they made it after you placed the Moonstone?
Do you know why or what it means? Does it have to do with the Snidgets?
The breadth of one's knowledge can be as wide as the seas, and yet only run so deep.
It's good to see you again, Doran. Did Poppy tell you about everything that's happened?
She did, and I am glad to see that you are both safely returned. I did question the wisdom of sending you on a path at a time when that path was unknown at best, deadly at worst. But the acumen of the centaurs is neither personal nor partial. The skies tell us what is to come, and often we do not know what we have seen until it has come to pass.
You knew the poachers would try and kill Poppy and me.
I did not know, my young friend, but I shall say that I was not surprised. It was in much the same manner that I expected our first meeting.
I don't suppose you'd like to start from the beginning. I think Poppy and I could use that.
Of course. I find it is often the best place to start, is it not? Many, many moons ago, I divined a series of events. Their meaning long evaded me, until you brought news of the Snidgets and their poacher pursuers. I believe the symbol created by the Mooncarves dance marks the place the Snidgets are hidden. And serendipitously, I believe that I know the very place.
Please, go on.
I have seen that symbol only once, on a rock face in the cliffs of the forest. You should make haste there. The Snidgets that have been kept there for so many years may no longer be safe.
You said you divined a series of events before our paths crossed. What were they?
I saw the arrival of a stranger, the threat of an enemy, and the return of an old friend. I believe now that you are the strangers. The poachers are the enemy, and the old friends are the Snidgets. I also saw two places tied to these events: the cave with the Moonstone and the henge. The latter was bathed in moonlight.
What makes you so sure the symbol is where the Snidgets are?
I do not know. It is what I have read in the stars. Fortunes play out as they are intended. I am merely a messenger. I shall say that fortune favors us today. That you would show me a symbol whose provenance I recognize is not coincidence, but fate.
If you're right about this place, then we should make our way there.
I shall see you there. We cannot afford to lose the Snidgets once again.
Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
They don't seem to care. They never see it.
I've heard.
Accio! Incendio! Accio!
You're no match for me.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
That's just the beginning.
Accio! Levioso! Incendio!
I see
Accio!
to your knees.
Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
What have you done?
Accio! Incendio! Benito!
Petrificus totalis!
Levioso! Incendio! Bombarda! Stupendo!
Incendio! Death from above!
Expelliarmus!
Stop that right now!
Cruci!
Make it stop!
Depulso! Bombarda! Accio! Incendio!
Just the other day. As for affection, I can assure you, it is well.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Accio!
Let's see how you like this.
Let's
Pick the wrong path into fuel today.
I don't like the looks of that encampment. Accio! Incendio!
I wish Rookwood were here to witness your...
Levioso! Do this all day.
I think you'll like this. Expulso! You want to defend yourself?
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Incendio!
You've been known to use the dark arts, haven't you?
Goodness. Not a party to attend by myself.
Do you remember the first...
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Expulso! Accio! Protego! Levioso! Accio!
Not so tough now, are ya?
Little lad,
Incendio!
didn't put much of a fight, did you? I've raided Brockborough more times than I...
Accio! Incendio! Expulso! Levioso!
Expulso!
Really enjoying the view.
Depulso!
The storm is coming.
You'll feel that
Expulso!
you love that lot.
Let's see how you like this.
Depulso! Incendio! Levioso! Incendio!
I demand that you release me.
Let's finish this job.
Skills are wasted.
The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
I'm over here.
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose.
That wasn't too difficult. Brilliant. Made it. Brilliant. This is going well. Excellent. Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. That wasn't too difficult. This is rather fun. That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pop me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here, 5th year. You're an asset to our house. You take care of yourself.
An honest day's work. How's my favourite test flyer?
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Just because you know Lumos doesn't mean you can't get it locked.
I'll let it go.
I don't mind the odd one without magic.
What's the point of throwing?
How remarkable.
Accio! Incendio! I got here as soon as I could.
Did you see the symbol above the entrance? It's the one the mooncalfs made at the henge. Of course Doran implied as much, but to see it up there...
Could this actually be where the Snidgets are hidden?
Let's find out. Doran's waiting for us just up ahead.
I'm ready if you are.
Can you believe it? Actual Snidgets. I'm glad we seem to be a step ahead of the poachers.
It is a little strange we haven't heard anything from them.
If we're lucky, they're still poring over Gran's research. There was a fair amount. We, on the other hand, had Doran to guide us. Even if the poachers do somehow stumble upon this place, we shall be long gone.
Accio! Flipendo! Levioso! Levioso! Revelio.
Greetings.
I hope we haven't kept you waiting long, Doran.
Not at all. Then again, it is not I who awaits your arrival. Do you have the Moonstone with you?
We do.
Good. It's as important to what happens next as both of you are.
So, what does happen next? What are these pillars here?
A safeguard, I suspect. There is only one way to find out. And as for how to go about that, the two of you may know better than anyone.
Accio.
I wonder if the pillars move at all.
Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness. Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness.
Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness. Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness. has to do with the light and the darkness.
Revelio. Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light and the darkness.
Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light and the darkness.
Accio. Revelio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light and the darkness.
Accio.
Look, Doran, a doorway.
I suspect we all know what lies beyond that passage. And now, I'm afraid I must leave you. At least for a time.
You're not coming in with us.
If the Snidgets are here, the herd will want to see the truth of it for themselves. Alec especially. Go on without me. I will rejoin as soon as I'm able.
Revelio.
Look at the murals.
Expelliarmus. Incendio.
This place must have been built to protect them. They had nothing to fear.
What makes you say that?
The poacher camps always felt oppressive. It's hard to explain, but the feeling was palpable. At least to me. The sense I get here is of safety and calm. Quite the opposite of the poacher camps.
Revelio. Bombarda. Depulso. Lumos. Bombarda. Incendio. Lumos. Whoever built this place certainly liked to read.
And the books are all about creatures.
Your gran would love it here.
She would. I can't wait to tell her all about it.
Bombarda. Revelio.
I'll wager this isn't the dead end it seems to be. But how to get through?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
The plates on the floor have symbols on them.
Bombarda. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Revelio. Leviosa. Incendio. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Accio. Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium
I
Leviosa!
wonder if we can find anything else nearby with symbols that match the ones on the plates.
Accio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Glacius! Confringo!
Of course! How clever!
Revelio!
Little puppy's weeping.
What was that?
Not Dora, that's for certain.
No!
I'll check you.
Leviosa!
It would appear.
Accio!
I've never been one for gardening.
It's a bit like being on fire, isn't it?
Incendio! Confringo!
Leviosa!
The fight. You made a mistake. Back of the The land returns to the wolf. Vegetables. Has no one heard of using a wand?
Accio!
Oh, at least give it a hit. That's Incendio! The flames consume!
Leviosa!